I'm ready to go. We have a very special edition today. I'm on good authority to hear a certain Miss Magoo is calling in today. So I'm really excited about that. She's the one that got L. Ron Hubbard Way named L. Ron Hubbard Way. That was her doing when she was in the Church of Scientology. So that's super exciting. Very exciting that she's calling in. They haven't asked me if I wanted to speak yet, but I just signed in. They've got people there now, so they're gonna probably be on time. And it's just a minute till. I don't have anything planned to speak on specifically. Does that say Mark? Oh, that says Monica. I need my glasses on, apparently. Let's do that. Yeah, Monica. Hey, Monica. Love you, babe. Thanks for all your support. I'm drinking a coffee. Hey, Kakan. Welcome in. Kakan, Tori's calling in.
Gonna make one last call for public comment before we get started. I see we have Georgina, you have your hand raised. Do you have general public comment or comment on any agenda items?
Yes, public comment and all agenda items, please. Did you hear me?
Yes, got you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Henry, do you have general public comment or comment on any agenda items?
Just general public comment.
Thank you. And Laura Anderson, do you have general public comment or comment on any of our agenda items?
General public comment and on the minutes, please.
Thank you.
That's right. We're here every day with y'all.
All right, VP Jonas, let me put us into record mode so we can go ahead and get started. All right,
Recording in progress.
Whenever.
I will, Peter. Thank you for being here.
Great. Well, good morning and welcome to the regular meeting of the Board of Public Works for Friday, December 19th. Ms. Satorsky, please take roll and establish quorum.
Be right back,
Of course,
guys.
good morning, everyone. Neighborhood Council commentary.
Thank you. Okay, so let's start with general public comment. This is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items and will be provided up to 1 minute per person for a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. We'll start first with the in-person comment. We have Mr. Hydro for general public comment. Please come up.
This is not the special, right? Not the special. We're doing regular. Niggas! Yeah, I'm here in
Oh,
protest.
gosh, this guy.
Scientology, take the back door with your fucking permits and fuck you, Scientology. Cult, religious fucking propaganda, fucking intimidation, retaliation. Yeah, fuck the cult. Fuck Santa Claus. Fuck the Solstice. Fuck all your fake bullshit religion, you stupid assholes. Keep believing in the shit that God condemns. God hates false religion. I hate false religion. I love Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump is the only
Check
white
on Tory.
motherfucker president to illegals coming through this country with their bombs or threats and antagonizing this fucking country, although America is fucking doomed, though. You're all gonna fucking die. God hates you. You're going to hell. Thank you. Here you go, pal.
Jeez Louise.
All right. Let's now go to the virtual platform, please.
All right, our first caller is Audit LA. You'll have 1 minute for general.
Go audit.
Good morning, Commissioner. Your boss and not the other way around.
Thanks,
And
Peter.
It's like, I don't know, and I don't know at what point does it have to go into litigation? The city has to stand up and say, no, you're not going to continue to abuse these permits, to abuse the rights of the citizens on page 2, where pedestrians can go through, and you're not going to get to make up a new page 2 when we have specifically told you, the city attorney has specifically told you that page 2 of pedestrian access is applicable to all of these special event permits. But somehow they feel they're special. They don't have to abide by the rules. It is time that you shut down their permits, period.
Amen. I can't see the people online.
Our next commenter is Nora. Nora, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Go, Nora.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Fantastic. Yes, I am a survivor of the cult of Scientology. I was born into it in 1976 when they bought that building from the Cedars of Lebanon. And I just want to say that the continuation of the laissez-faire attitude from you guys and the rest of the LA city to just hand these permits over to them carte blanche. I was an indentured servant, aka slave to them, for 8 years between the ages of 18 and 26. And I will say that I laid those bricks there along with the other slaves. It was not skilled labor. No masons were involved in putting those bricks down. Also, this idea that they're going to celebrate Christmas, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'll keep repeating it. L. Ron Hubbard stated that is a true belief of Scientology that Jesus Christ was a pedophile and that Lucifer was the good guy and that he is Lucifer. Okay, so the idea that they're going to give away toys.
You can alert that time. Our next hand raised is Sandra. Sandra, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Hi, Darish.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. My concern is I've been here for a couple of years now, and I have watched people come from other neighborhood councils who have been fined by the city for illegally placed planters. And I noticed that Scientology a couple of weeks ago during the Christmas event had put back those illegally placed planters again to block anybody on the street. This was captured on video camera. And I'm wondering why, when we see this constant obliteration of the rights of the public, this corrupt criminal organization, they continually commit infractions on your permits. Why do you continue to allow them to have the permits? I just don't understand. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
Thank you, caller.
Great job,
Our
Haggis.
next hand raised
Hey, Big Chief.
is Tori Chrisman. Tori Chrisman, you'll have 1 minute for
Go,
general
Tori.
public
You
comment.
got this.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, hi. My name is Tori Christman. I was in Scientology for 30 years, and I woke up in 2000 and basically escaped out. Janet Weiland came to LAX, and they followed me all the way across the country. So that's what brought me. I started at LAX as a Scientologist. I got to Tampa Airport with the Tampa Police, and I became an activist. I was a person who got L. Ron Hubbard Way named L. Ron Hubbard Way from Berendo. And I want to have it changed back because it does violate church and state. L. Ron Hubbard, they say, is a religion. I say it's a cult. And either way, it shouldn't be L. Ron Hubbard Way. It should be Berendo, and that's why I'm here. Thank you very much, and I yield back my time.
Thank you, caller. Our next hand raised is Yvonne. Yvonne, you'll have 1 minute for general public
Great
comment.
job, Tori. Go, Yvonne.
Thank you. That is the R1 visa that, not visa, excuse me, the R1 permit allowing
I gotta check
Scientology to
something.
take yourself from any favoritism or participation our collaboration with Scientology. That concludes my public portion. Thank you.
I was just
Thank you,
telling
caller.
Tori to raise her
Our
hand
next
again for
caller
agenda
is Children's
items.
Voices Matter.
Go,
Children's Voices
Eyes.
Matter, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. Greetings. What would happen to the Scientology children in the Blue Building on L. Ron Hubbard Way if there's a fire? Are the electrical systems and wiring up to code? When is the last time the Blue Building and others were inspected to ensure that they are up to code? What would happen to the disabled children and adults in that Blue Building if there was an electrical fire? People with trouble walking, what would happen to them? When was the last time the Blue Building and others had fire drills to make sure there is a safe way out for everyone? It is time these buildings had inspections to guarantee safety of all Scientologists, children and adults. Thank you. I yield back my time.
Thank you, caller. Our next caller is Gigi's phone. Gigi, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Go, Ganja Girl.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Permits are not favors. They come with rules, timelines, and conditions that are supposed to apply to everyone. When those rules are ignored and permits are still issued, the process stops being fair. Scientology repeatedly violates permit conditions and continues to receive approvals. They also ignore the required timeframes for submitting permit requests, yet are allowed to apply just days before events. Other entities would not be given that flexibility. Public Works cannot enforce standards for some and waive them for others. That is not equal treatment, and it undermines the entire permitting process. Stop issuing permits to entities that repeatedly break the rules. Thank you. I yield my time.
Thank you, caller. Our next caller is Georgina. Georgina, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Georgina, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Do you realize who that was that called in just a few minutes ago? Tori Christman just called in. She is the lady that got the street named L. Ron Hubbard Way. She's the one that pushed that through for Scientology. She was an active Scientologist for 30 years, but she's been out 25 years, and she's been fighting for 25 years, trying to get Scientology to end its abuses. She was part of that task force that got that name changed. Actually, it was solely her that got that name changed to L. Ron Hubbard Way. Why do we have a a street named after a church leader? We don't have a Muhammad Boulevard. We don't have a Jesus Christ Avenue. Why do we have an L. Ron Hubbard Way? It's violation of separation of church and state. Thank you. I yield back my time.
Thank you, caller. Our next hand raised is Henri. Henri, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Go, Henri.
Go tell the Bureau of Street Services to hurry up and fulfill my CPRA on who from their agency directly was involved with taking down the special events permit information that has been publicly available for decades up until it was a political favor, done to a church nonetheless, to suppress First Amendment rights. I'll get that information one way or another. I'd like to do it administratively, but at some point litigation will happen, and I'd just like to make sure I have it in front to let the judge know that I tried to get administrative relief and that the city in all of its glory still refused and still behaved in a contemptuous way. So go tell BSS to hurry up and fulfill my CPRA to who took down the special events permit, publicly information, events calendar, and the permit details. I mean, this game we have, right? It's all cutesy on these events, but at some point in front of a judge, it's not cute. And the city shouldn't have to burn taxpayer money to litigate a very simple issue, which is hold people accountable when
Thank
they
you, caller.
violate the
That's
law.
time. Our next hand raised is Laura Anderson. Laura Anderson, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Go, Laura.
Okay, so again with everybody, with every word that everybody has called in regarding Scientology's abusive tactics with the permits in the city, and not only that, but also you guys accepting the money. You guys are the ones not doing anything about it because you guys are accepting the money. That is why, whether it comes through this winter wonderland, whether it comes through the last minute $350 permits you guys give them because they don't show the public that they're getting permits until it's too late for us to interrupt it. Yet you guys allow it. You guys keep giving them the permits. Yesterday I went by Blue. There were people, young EPFers, working on the non-permit that they don't have already today. There's supposed to be some toys for kids. That is not permitted, so that shouldn't happen. I will be waiting outside Blue Building, making sure that does not happen today. There were people, EPFers, young EPFers, indentured slaves, $47 a week, working on the sidewalks yesterday.
Okay, Vice President Chavez, that's the end of our general public comment.
Thank you. And with that, we'll close the general public comment portion of today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda item
right
public
back.
comment. The board will comment for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. We will start first with in-person comment. Let's see. Oh, actually, we don't have any in-person, do we?
On the same card.
Oh, Mr. Hydra.
Fuck Scientology. Matter of fact, fuck CD6 on item number 1. Let's go back. Illegals are not welcome. Comply with the ordinance. We don't need a replenishment project in the name of Donald C. Tillman. We want Donald J. Trump
I'm gonna
water reclamation
check
plan.
something on the
Fuck
agenda
you,
items.
City of Los Angeles. And look at here, number 3. LAX 45 billion parking structure for electric vehicle charger network. Fuck your infrastructure and fuck your Olympics too. Where's the people mover? Look at item number 3. Hauling service, solid waste. All the fucking shit I've been telling this world for the longest time that Los Angeles sucks a dick like this one in my hand. But if it were true that recycling's improving our environment, why are we going to start it with hydrogen? We don't have hydrogen in fucking the eastern part of the world. Why are we going to start it now in California and destroy it? We did bad with batteries. Excite destroyed Boyle Heights and CD14. And now we got another assholes in industry bringing this fucking hydrogen shit into California with that dumb new scum, jackass, moron, idiot.
I'm just gonna
asshole,
speak on minutes, I
dumbass.
think, today.
So on item number 4, also we have a problem. Public safety. Shut down that fucking permit process for those fucking Scientologies. Fuck Robert Herbert. I agree with every person who called in. Keep calling in. Keep complaining. Get those threats out of our way and let's move forward. Regain our
Kakan,
street. That
he's
street
not with
belongs
us.
to me. I'm the goddamn president of Los Angeles.
But
now.
he started including
Incorporating
some of our
myself as the
talking
new
points.
LLC. I want my fucking street. Remove all those fucking bricks. Put back all those fucking meters and charge all these white niggers too, because that's a street that belongs to the public, not Scientology. I'm here on the warranty. I'm here on the 6-year service contract for the instrument of manufacturing what I believe Ron Hubbard sucks a dick like the one in my hand that you can't see me right now, Zoom people, because they got me blocked. They don't want you to see what a true white nigger looks like. 42 USC 1983 politely put the fucking Zoom back on. I want the people to see what kind of fucking asshole I truly am because of Jennifer Chavez, whose children don't like me because I'm a black motherfucker with a real
Hey,
attitude.
Ice, good
a
job
Mexican
today.
with attitude, and I kick
Hey,
ass.
Adira.
I will defeat America one way or another. I will bring the Chinese to destroy this fucking country if I get the fucking opportunity and chance for getting and regaining my
Yeah,
infrastructure.
Kakan, he uses it to get attention. It's
For you,
gross.
We can go now to the virtual platform.
Okay, our first caller is Audit LA. Audit LA, you have up to 3 minutes. Please identify which items you are speaking on.
Yes, I'm gonna start with the minutes. You know, we've been saying that nothing is ever reflected in the minutes, and I know with You know, you're not required legally to do it, but it's good form, and the other commissioners do it, so it looks bad that, in my opinion, that you don't. 'Cause for 2 years, you've had people coming and telling you about the abuses of Scientology when it comes to public works issues.
I don't either.
Keep it on point. And as Henry said, you know, we've been here asking for administrative relief. We're trying to do it administratively because that's what we want, right? We want the city and Public Works to self-correct. We want BSS to self-correct. And that's what's not being reflected. And now when it comes to the neighborhood councils, okay, they are not getting notified. I've checked. They don't get notified of these permits that are coming, that are applied for. And they have a legal, it's written in the rules. They are required to be notified. And you're leaving out the system with that, because they kind of get, you know, pushed aside too. But the neighborhood councils are the one, okay, it's their neighborhoods. So East Hollywood Neighborhood Council may be interested in knowing, I mean, what is going on. And also the neighborhood council with the shrine, okay, that they may be interested in knowing that you guys allowed an entire street to be shut down, sidewalks to be shut down, people who are slave labor, you know, checking students' IDs to see whether or not they actually lived on that block, and they decided whether or not they allowed them to go or not go on a public city sidewalk. This is America. We don't have to show ID to walk down a street or a sidewalk. But that's what happened because BSS and LAPD and CD9 completely ignored the rules of page 2, okay? And what, you know, the city attorney already made it very clear to Scientology that page 2 is the pedestrians have to be allowed in, okay, allowed to walk through. And so, you know, the neighborhood councils they need to know this. They need to know the abuses of what's going on in their area. Yes, we're going to tell them about the abuses, but you're not notifying them in time, in a timely manner, that these permits are being issued. Like, they don't know how, I'm sure they would be one to speak up on the fact that you shut down an area because for protesters, 2 people came to just document, and and all the city served, how many officers were paid overtime to prevent Laura FM and so, you know, and somebody else, you know, just to document. It's at the point where it's beyond ludicrous. It needs to stop. Now, number 8 with the street updates. It's going to be the same street update.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
Our next caller is Nora. Nora, you'll have up to 3 minutes. Please identify which items you are speaking to.
Go, Nora.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, go ahead.
Wonderful. I'd like to speak on the minutes, as Audit just did. So, what I want to say is this, twofold. Number one, I worked is a loose term. I was an indentured slave to the quote-unquote Church of Scientology for 8 years total, 5 of which was spent at the Celebrity Center location, and 3 where I was held against my will as their lowest form of human. Basically, it is their concentration camp that they run from Los Angeles. They have multiple locations for that. During my concentration camp years, we worked 15 hours a day, and we did all of the maintenance around the property there illegally, okay, because we were not paid a living wage. We were paid $12.50 a week. $12.50 a week. I want you to think right now, and I can see you guys, like, I'm on the Zoom, so I can see whether you're paying attention or if you're just leaning back in your chair there, sir, just casually taking in all of the atrocities that Scientology commits on your watch. I'd appreciate if you really paid attention and not take a nap while I'm talking. So,
thank you, caller. That's time for the one item. Our next hand raised is Sandra. Sandra, you'll have up to 3 minutes, 1 minute per item. Please
Go,
identify
Haggis.
which items you are speaking on.
Good job, Nora.
I'd like to speak on the minutes and also item number 8.
Okay, you'll have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm just gonna ditto everything that Henry and Audit have said in regards to the minutes. It's nice to be able to say, hey, for 2-3 years now, people have been complaining. Actually, for many years, we've gone back and we've CPRA complaints from the public that live around Hubbard Way in regards to loud noises and permits. So it'd be nice to have them documented. Now on to item number 8. This outlines major upcoming street improvements by BSF. I sure hope this covers the areas of Fountain between LRH and Catalina, because the damage caused to the sidewalks by Scientology running their sprinklers 24/7 when there was some people going around there protesting, and the £1,000 illegally placed planters that were wrapped around all their buildings down that street destroyed and warped and lifted the pavements, violating ADA compliance as the street is no longer wheelchair accessible to 100%. And then they had Scientology slaves not wearing any PPEs, using grinders with hoses and electrical wiring all exposed across the streets, endangering the public with zero safety measures in place, no inspections done. Any work like this should not be done illegally by a cult's slave labor, and no persons other than those contracted and insured by the city should be working on Los Angeles streets and roads. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
Good job,
Thank you,
Haggis.
Our next hand raised is Tori Chrisman. Tori Chrisman,
Yay,
you have up
Tori.
to 3 minutes, 1 minute per item. Please identify which items you're speaking on.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead. Please let us know which items you'd like to speak
Good
on.
morning to each of you. Anyway, I want to speak on permits and the minutes.
Okay.
So
2 minutes. Go ahead.
I just want to tell you that I was in Scientology in 1999 when they ordered. They said to me, "Don't worry about it. We're going to close off the street," telling them that we're making a film, right? And we have a permit for it. That's what they said. I escaped out in 2000, like I told you, and we started protesting. And they would always have a permit saying we can't protest on their side of the street down by the shrine. And sure enough, if someone would get quote unquote detained every time, go downtown, call me at night and say, "I won. The permit was totally false." And I would say, we didn't win, because they're going to take it to the people that have money and say, "You need to donate more money so we can handle this." And that's what this is all about, is money. And I want you guys to understand, you've got to get on this. What these people are saying is incredible. And it's abusive and it's not right. And I want this in the minutes, and the minutes should be made public. Thank you.
Excellent, Tori.
Thank you, caller. Our next hand raised is Yvonne. Yvonne, you have up to 3 minutes, 1 minute per item. Please let us know which items you're speaking on.
Go, Yvonne.
Thank you. The non-permitted or non-approved activities coming up this weekend and on the New Year's Eve have not been presented to the neighborhood councils. This is, again, a problem that is administrative and needs to be fixed. You can fix it. You have the responsibility to fix it. The Department of Transportation has not had adequate notice to post the required closure notices if any closure takes place. That's an administrative matter. You can fix it. The neighborhood council needs to be informed when their streets are going to be opened and closed. You can fix it. The minutes. These things need to be identified in the minutes so that they can be easily searched and recalled and drawn up.
Exactly, Peter.
Accumulate reasonable evidence historically. You can fix it. I forgot the number, the spectrometer. You're buying a very scientific piece of equipment that I've had the pleasure of using in the past, in one of my past lives, and you're looking for a very detailed scientific information. Congratulations. Great job. But you're not taking the evidence that is out in front of your faces for the last 2 years and dealing with it. Why? How can you neglect what is being brought to you? Number 8, the streets report. Please don't push this again. Let's get through it this time, and let's have a real report that says whether or not, as requested, they could put slurry over the top of the bricks and stop having the maintenance problem that justifies in any way whatsoever that the L. Ron Hubbard Way is maintained by the special permit issued by the city. Stop that special permit. Take responsibility for your own road, and that's an administrative matter. I want to go back up to the minutes, and you have a special meeting which does not allow public comment, does not go into great detail, and I am assuming that on the nuisance abatement list, we're the callers that you consider a nuisance. Are you abating us? Thank you. That concludes my tirade, and I wish you well.
Thank you. Our next hand raised is Georgina. And Georgina, you'll have up to 3 minutes, 1 minute per item. Please let us know which item you're speaking on.
Thank you. I want to start quickly with the neighborhood councils. We rely on our neighborhood councils to navigate these permits and to have oversight, but you're not giving them the you're tying their hands, and you're not giving them the information in time for them to have any oversight. These permits are constantly being issued and violated, and yet you still give them permits. That's a huge failure on your part. For the minutes, I think the minutes need to reflect some of the items, all the items that the people are calling in about. That way, we can show that, we've called in continuously to air these grievances with the permit violations. They have slave labor working on these streets. Tori Chrisman, Nora Ames, so many people have called in to say, hey, I was that person. I was that slave labor. I was that person that only made $12 a week putting in that street, getting that street named L. Ron Hubbard Way. And that needs to be reflected in the minutes. We need to show that Chavez and all the other legally backgrounded people on the board allowed the continuation of a cult to have a public street named after them. And that's a violation of separation of church and state. For the street improvements, it's very generous of us to say that those wooden crates filled with aggregate were planters. They were never planters. They never had arable soil in them. They only had aggregate and substrate in them. They were used as a barrier. They damaged the sidewalks. The sidewalks need to be repaired. Last time I saw a lady go through in a wheelchair, she had to go around into the dirt and got stuck in the mud. They've been violating these permits for well over a year, for many years. I yield back my time. Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
I
Next
was
hand raised
stumbling
is
way
Laura
too
Anderson.
much.
Laura, you'll have 1 minute.
Couldn't stay
for the minutes
focused.
that you identified you'd like to speak on.
I didn't
Hi,
do very
thank
well.
you. So yeah, again with everybody here calling in, you guys have to, this is becoming a lawsuit. All of our little collections here, we've worked with you guys for over 2 years now. We've literally, you guys know who I am just by my voice. You know who I am in person. You know who Audit is. You know all these people now. These are all people that were like you in a cult. So what would you be doing about this? Wouldn't you say, hey, you know what? We keep getting Scientology's grotesque permits. Why don't we put that on the minutes? Why don't we say, you know what? 40 people this last week have called in that were ex-members of this cult of Scientology that are talking about how corrupt the permits are and how Scientology uses that to infiltrate and to get human bodies back into the cult.
Reminds
to
me the
get
other thing I
people
was going
like
to
you
talk
and
about.
your daughters and your family into the cult. This is why we want it on the minutes, because y'all can lean with your head on your hand and not find this like this sounds repetitive, but this is where we are taking action. You guys are not.
All right, Vice President Chavez, that's the end of all our hands raised, and
I need to take
everyone who
notes and
still
follow
has their
my
hand raised
notes.
has, exceeded
Next
a lot of
time.
their given time.
Okay, with that, we will close the multiple item of public comment portion of today's meeting, and we'll move forward with the approval of the minutes for December 10th. Is there a second to my motion to approve?
That's it for today, guys. That's it for the year. That's the last meeting until next year. Anyone who follows just this, Happy New Year's to you guys. I'll see you next year. For those of you that follow other things I do, tomorrow we're having a holiday centered knitting stream. We have a few special guests lined up, so I'm really excited about that. And I need to get back to work on it. So I should probably go. Thank you, Kakan, for your support. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Big Chief. Thank you, Yadira. You guys mean a lot to me. Thank you, Eyes to See. You did a great job. I love that you've been doing a lot of your focus on the racism. Racism is a hot button item for me, so it means a lot to me that you've focused on that for a number of your calls lately. And good job on you. You do good work for everything, though. You focus on children a lot too, and that's another one that speaks to my heart. And kudos to you. Thank you for doing that. Anyway, I am gonna go. Oh, an excellent job, Sandra. Ganja, not Ganja Girl. Haggis Basher, she did a great job today. Ganja Girl does always do a great job too. I mean, we had some really excellent calls today. Yvonne was excellent. Audit was excellent. Lara, Nora, that was a great addition having Nora there. And especially, I was thrilled about Tori calling in. Tori is a big win for us, and adore her. And yep, that's it. I gotta get going, guys. I still have crap to do for tomorrow's stream. Thank you, Eyes. I just saw what you said. She said she appreciates me too. Anyway, thank you, and have a great rest of your year. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I think today is the 6th night of Hanukkah, so Happy Hanukkah. Love you guys. Bye.